to my parents. This is my first year, so I'm going to read you some. Dear Mom, I'm not the best camper. I met one person. Brett is not spending time with me. I am so homesick, I cry a lot. Please come to pick me up. Love, Jackie. Dear Mom, I cry every night. Lindsay is in the same cabin as you were. The horses are really cute. I like Speck or Speckle. I can't remember his name. I'm still very homesick, and I think about you every day. Lindsay and I are in the play Aladdin. We're camels. Yay! I'm so homesick. I wish you were here. Love, Jackie. P.S. It's really hot. P.P.S. I'm the most homesick in the cabin. Dear Mom, yes, I am still homesick. Today is my favorite counselor's day off, and I can't sleep without her. Guess what? I adopted a horse named Freckles, and she has a brother named Red Cloud. I adopted her with my friend Ariel and Lindsay. There's a horse named Belle who is pregnant. Ew. Camp is going by so slow. I'm so sorry, but I think I'm going to stay for 2 weeks. I had no fights with my sister. Phew. Right now, Ariel is locking me out of the cabin. She is being a bully to me. She fell on my leg and said it was my fault for sitting there. I don't really like this cabin. XOXO, Jackie, P.S. I'm still homesick. Dear Mom, this is the day of my phone call. I think I'm going to stay for 4 weeks. I feel sick to my stomach. These are the kids in my cabin. Zoe, Ariel, Maddie, Jamie, Julia, Tessa, Maya, Molly, and Anna. I'm so homesick. Help me. Did our hermit crab die? How is Dad's leg? Well, I miss you so much. Love, Jackie. So, after finding those letters, I went to my mom and asked, why did you save those? Like, usually you throw those things out. And she laughed, congratulated me for finally cleaning my room after 10 years, and said, look how far you've come. And look how far I've come. I believe that change is easy. People change every day. It's not often, however, that people can truly transform and grow. How is it humanly possible that the girl who wrote those letters, a true camp hater and a true horse lover, is the same girl who went for 2 months her winter summer, who went away to Colorado for a semester, who applied to the college she wanted to go to, and not in the Midwest, and not the college that everyone else wanted her to go to an hour and a half away from home. A girl who will now do anything and everything for Erewhon. A girl who will probably take the term Erewhon lifer very literally. And a girl who does not care for horses one bit. Well, that girl grew. And camp happened. 10 years happened. Canoe trip happened. Getting my seconds in canoe happened. Hundreds of days of activities happened. Living with strangers happened. Best friends happened. Joey Blumenstein happened. Congrats on coming back from Brent. Counselors like Erica Critoriou, Ella Siegel, and Tess Bartikoff happened. The Curves and Smalls of 2011 happened. Role models like Annie Shapiro, Adrienne Kotler, and Newman happened. I was able to build a relationship with each of the Shiner sisters. I found a place where I could let my creativity shine, a place where I, went from performing plays to directing them. I got to experience loving my job and wanting to make the campers the happiest people alive. I got to see my cousins succeed at activities, and I was, and am, proud to call myself Lindsay and Andrew's sister. These 10 summers have grown me in ways that are indescribable. Every year I come home from camp more patient, more caring, more thankful, more honest, more determined, braver, and happier. There is no other place in the world that can make such a drastically positive impact on a person. Camp doesn't change people, it grows people. And camp isn't special, it's magical.
So, the thing that happened to Jackie Kumble, somewhere between those postcards and this moment, is she became the role model. When people look at who they want to grow up to be, this is one of the main people at camp they look at, and they go, if I could be that smart and that caring and that enthusiastic and that positive and that great a counselor, wouldn't that be wonderful? So standing here before you is that role model.
Okay, so for my tenure jacket, I decided to draw inspiration from a place that few of you would expect, my school. So every year, the school year starts out with this thing called convocation, where all the students, kindergarten through 12th grade, gather in the auditorium, and the head of school makes a speech. And the speech always ends with the head of school emphasizing the importance of thank you cards. Then we all have to go to our homerooms and write everyone in the grade thank you cards. So I never really liked this because I felt things in life is to appreciate what you already have. To start, I would like to thank Brett Gorski, who took a chance on a nervous 8-year-old girl and decided to pick up the phone, give me a call, and convince me to come to camp. Of course, there's Molly Harris, who, despite the numerous ketchup stains, told me that she loved my turquoise Sharks shirt just so that she could make me feel welcome on my first day of camp. Thank you, Girls Swim Doc, for allowing me to poop in you during my first swim test. There's Joanne, who graciously took off my braces after I ran into breakfast because it was pancakes and smashed my face into the ML doors. Who can forget Caro for being the first camp friend who lives near me and allowing me to have some of camp at home. Thank you, Raccoon, who pooped under my bed every night winter summer, creating a terrible smell near my side of the room, which was emphasized by the fact that I only took 2 showers the entire summer. Thank you, Alicia, for dealing with me as a camper for 3 years in a row, the pubescent years I may add. Jackie Shiner, who invited me into her cabin when I was only a minter. Leslie, who invited me into her cabin even though I was already a Sinter. Tamara, for allowing us to take our Sinter trip to Red Pine. Thank you, Canoe Crew, for being one of the first families I wasn't related to. And a special gracias to those trip containers, which somehow always open in the food barrel, and thus created a mess of raw meat and egg on my 38 summer kiosk trip. Joe, for sharing her seconds test in canoe with me. Thank you, Katie, for staying up with me for 3 hours my curve summer as I anxiously cried about color war, even though she knew it was a fake out. To Newman, who became one of my best friends during that color war as my team's advisor, who supported me throughout those days and all days after that. Thank you, Zoe, who held my hair back as I threw up and then fainted into a bush during my LIT trip. And of course, thank you, Bush, for allowing me to throw up on you and faint on you. Thank you, Latsky and Koch, for paddling me the entire way back to camp after I ruined the bush. To Adrian, my first pre-camp counselor, who showed me that although being on staff would be a new experience, it would be an incredible one nonetheless. To the girls from cabins 24 and 4 of 2013, my first campers, you all showed me the joys of being a counselor and the joys of having people finally appreciate the show tunes and top 20 songs on my iPod. Thank you, Joey, for showing me what bravery, resilience, and courage are by going on Brent not once, not twice, but 3 times in the past 4 years. To the girls of 38B, although you do not appreciate my iPod, getting to be your counselor is such a privilege, and I'm so grateful to have spent these 2 months with you. Thank you, ML Bathrooms, for being so convenient but slightly a little too public, and for always running out of toilet paper while I'm in there. Haley, for being the girl who will support me no matter what I do, my partner in crime who always puts my feelings before her own and exemplifies what it means to be a true friend. Thank you, Maya, for letting me be your crew in sailing Curve Summer, even though I barely knew what a jib was and spent every sail period singing Legally Blonde, for knowing when I'm upset before I know I'm upset, for being the most genuinely caring friend I will ever meet, for being my bestest pal. To Tess, who has impacted my life more than she will ever be able to comprehend, thank you for sitting with me until 2 a.m. the first night of my 38 summer, for having such a strong concern for the well-being of others, for sailing with me in Wayne Peck and then getting towed in, for showing me what it means to be an excellent staff member in person, for being my mom, big sister, and closest friend. Thank you, Jackie and Andrew, for putting up with my antics both at home and at camp, for bringing this planet back to the Big Apple, and for going through this journey with me. Last but certainly not least, thank you, Erewhon, because without you, who would I have to thank? Yours truly, Lindsay.
Lindsay, for being that person. Lindsay talked about other people who gave her so much support, who held her hair back when she puked, you know that happens, who supported her when she cried, who helped her become the person she is. But what Lindsay didn't say, and Lindsay will never say, because she's one of the most modest people in camp, is Thank you, Lindsay, for being that for senior girls. Thank you, Lindsay, for being an incredibly positive, powerful role model for young women, and for showing young women what it is to be a strong, powerful young woman, and so full of love.